In the dramatic universe of 90 Day Fiancé, relationships often steal the spotlight. Whirlwind romances, cultural clashes, emotional confessions, and shocking secrets. Yet sometimes, the most powerful stories belong to the people standing just outside the main narrative. One such story is that of Johny Fernandes' mother, a woman whose quiet strength, deep love, and emotional journey left a lasting impression on fans. While Johnny's romantic life sparked conversations across social media, viewers quickly realized that his mother was not just a background figure. She represented tradition, sacrifice, resilience, and the complicated emotions that come with watching a child step into an uncertain future. So what exactly happened to Johny Fernandes' mom? And why has her story touched so many hearts? Let's dive deep. A mother first, always. From the very first time she appeared, it was clear that Johnny's mother was fiercely protective. Like many parents, she wanted stability and security for her son. But more than anything, she wanted reassurance. Reassurance that the person entering Johnny's life truly understood the seriousness of marriage. Her concerns were not rooted in control, but in love. Fans noticed the way she watched conversations carefully, often reading between the lines. Every question she asked carried the weight of a mother who had likely spent years guiding her child through life's ups and downs. Viewers could relate instantly. After all, across cultures, mothers often become emotional anchors for their children, especially when those children prepare to marry someone from a completely different background. The emotional conflict no one talks about. One of the most compelling aspects of Johnny's mom was the internal tug-of-war she seemed to face. On one side was tradition, the familiar world she knew. On the other was her son's happiness. Accepting change is never easy, particularly when it arrives suddenly and threatens to reshape family dynamics. For Johnny's mother, the idea of her son potentially building a life far away brought visible anxiety. Would she see him often? Would their bond weaken? Would he still meet her? These unspoken fears resonated strongly with viewers who have experienced similar transitions within their own families. Because sometimes love means letting go, even when your heart isn't ready. A strength that didn't need words. Reality television thrives on big personalities, but Johnny's mother stood out precisely because she didn't chase attention. Her strength was quiet, measured, authentic. She didn't rely on dramatic outbursts to express herself. Instead, it was the subtle moments, the long pauses, the thoughtful looks, the careful wording, that revealed the depth of her emotions. Fans praised her composure, calling her one of the most genuine parental figures to appear on the franchise. In a show often filled with chaos, she felt grounding. Real. Human. The turning point. Every memorable 90 Day Fiancé story has a moment that changes everything, and for Johnny's mother, that moment came when reality finally set in. Her son was growing up, making his own decisions, and carving a path she could not fully control. At first, her hesitation was obvious, but gradually something shifted. Instead of resisting the future, she began trying to understand it. This transformation didn't happen overnight. Acceptance is rarely instant. It unfolds slowly, through conversations, reflection, and emotional adjustment. Viewers noticed the change. Where there was once worry, there was now cautious openness. Where there was fear, there was fragile hope. And that evolution made her story incredibly powerful. What happened to her? Many fans later wondered about Johny Fernandes' mom after her emotional appearances. Did she step away from the spotlight? Was she doing okay? While she has largely maintained a private life, what remains undeniable is the impact she made during her time connected to the show. Not everyone seeks fame, and for some, returning to normalcy is the greatest comfort. Choosing privacy can often signal strength, a desire to protect what truly matters rather than live under constant public scrutiny. If anything, her absence reminded viewers that reality TV captures only fragments of real lives. Behind every episode are people who continue their journeys long after the cameras stop rolling. Why fans connected with her? There are several reasons Johny's mother became so memorable. 1. She felt real. Nothing about her seemed performative. Audiences sensed authenticity, which is increasingly rare in reality television. 2. She represented parents everywhere. Her worries mirrored those of countless mothers watching their children fall in love, relocate, or embrace unfamiliar cultures. 3. She balanced love with fear. Rather than blindly supporting or aggressively opposing Johny's choices, she existed in the emotional middle, a place many parents know well. 4. She showed growth. Perhaps the most inspiring part of her story was her willingness to adapt. Growth is never easy, especially later in life. Yet she tried, and that effort spoke volumes. The hidden heroes of love stories. Romantic relationships may drive 90-day fiancé, but family often determines whether those relationships survive. Parents, siblings, and friends become emotional stakeholders, their approval or hesitation shaping the couple's journey. Johny's mom embodied this reality perfectly. She reminded viewers that when two people marry, two families are also learning how to merge. That process can be beautiful, but also painful, and always emotional. A legacy beyond screen time. Not every memorable reality TV figure needs explosive scenes to leave a mark. Sometimes the quietest individuals become the most unforgettable. Johny Fernandes' mother may not have dominated episodes, but she contributed something far more meaningful: emotional depth. Her story highlighted themes that transcend television. The difficulty of letting children go, the fear of change, the courage it takes to accept new beginnings, the unconditional nature of a mother's love. These are universal experiences, which explains why audiences continue to think about her. Long after dramatic storylines fade, emotional truth lingers. Where things stand now. Though updates about her life remain limited, one thing is certain: she will always be an important part of Johny's journey. Whether cheering from the sidelines, offering guidance behind closed doors, or simply being a comforting presence, the role of a mother never truly diminishes. It evolves. And if her time connected to 90-day Fiancé proved anything, it's that her love is unwavering. Final thoughts. Reality TV often thrives on shock value, but occasionally it delivers something deeper, a reminder of the bonds that shape us. Johny Fernandes' mom gave viewers exactly that. She showed that love is not always loud. Sometimes it is cautious. Sometimes it is fearful. Sometimes it struggles with change. But at its core, it is enduring. Her story may not have been filled with explosive drama, yet it carried a quiet emotional gravity that fans won't soon forget. Because beyond every international romance is a mother hoping her child will be safe, happy, and loved. And in the end, isn't that what every parent wants?